Good morning, all. Welcome to our October 14th, 2021 special magistrate hearing for the Building Division. If there is anyone who wishes to speak at this time, please stand and raise your right hand. You must be sworn in to speak at today's proceedings. Do you solemnly swear and affirm and to tell the truth at today's proceedings? Thank you. You all may be seated. Please silence all your cell phones and devices. Our first case is Inspector Hector Suarez. It's on page 8, property address 1025 Northeast 18th Ave. Owner, Galleria Lofts Condominium Association, Inc. Case number BE 21040025. This case was first heard 6/17/21 to comply by 7/29/21. One section not complied at $50. City is requesting to impose the full amount of $3,800, which continues to accrue.
Hold on, right here? Can you hear me now? Good morning, Your Honor. Inspector Suarez presenting case BE 21040025, 1025 Northeast 18th Avenue. As of this date, this case is still not in compliance. I reviewed the case yesterday on BSI Online, and the case is not in compliance. There's 2 CCNs for this case, and there's 4 backflow devices that are still not in compliance. Respondent is here and willing to speak.
All right. Okay. Good morning. If you'll speak right into the microphone and state your name, please.
All right, now can you hear me? Christopher Mark Reed. I'm the attorney for the Condominium Association Galleria Lofts. The association will respectfully request an extension of time and would like an opportunity to explain what happened in this matter. The association did receive the first notice of violation on May 19th. They immediately forwarded it to the property manager. The property manager, I have a copy of the email, responded on May 21st, stating, "We will have the backflow inspected prior to the hearing date and will reach out to the inspector. Once we have the backflow inspected, the hearing will not take place." The board of directors, upon that, thought everything was being taken care of. This property management company, their last day of services to the association was June 30th. A new property management company then came on board. The association didn't become aware of that the violation wasn't corrected until the second notice. Immediately after receiving the second notice, their new management company reached out to A1 Certified Backflow. They did their initial inspection and provided their initial findings on September 30th, at which time they found that repairs were required. As of October 8th, the repairs were completed, and we've been advised that everything has passed. They just have to upload everything to the system is all that is remaining. So we'd ask that no fines be.
How long of an extension do you think you need?
It should be just to upload the forms, so 10, 20 days should be.
Your Honor,
All right. Let's do a 14-day extension and stay the fines as of this date.
thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Our next case is at the top of page 9. It's Chief George Oliva, property address 729 Southwest 2nd Court. Case number CE 17032076. Owner, Nolan Hahn Revocable Livable Trust. Nolan Hahn trustee. This case was first heard 7/6/2017 to comply by 8/17/17. Fine suspended as noted. One section not complied at $100. City requests to impose the full amount of $118,900, which continues to accrue.
Good morning, Your Honor. Chief George Oliva, in behalf of the city, case and address as read. This is a 40-year case that the report was submitted on July 2017, and it's not in compliance. The report failed due to repairs, and it was never resubmitted to the city. At this moment, this case being open for over 4 years, running fines, and there's no compliance or any effort to comply this situation. So the city is requesting the full amount at this moment.
All right. Okay, who's going to speak on behalf of the owner?
I am.
Yes, sir.
My name is Charles Fishman. First, I didn't learn about this until this morning, okay? Because the owner had thought that this was a case regarding a parking lot, and there were emails sent to Mr. Oliveira regarding that. And the responses I have here as well. However, the 40-year compliance is in compliance. He just didn't know he had to turn it into the city. The violation that he received was for an overhang, which he's pulled a permit for. I don't have any of that paperwork with me here today because I didn't know that's what the hearing was going to be on. I thought it was going to be on the parking lot. So he pulled a permit. The permit's been signed off and approved, and he thought that was the end of the case. So,
Your Honor, we're going to reject to that request because the case is not about the parking lot or any notification. This case is about the 40 years, and the city has properly notified the property owner through the times, and we had all the records or the notification that we had sent to him. And the issue here is that if he has the report, he needs to bring it to the city and submit it. Once we approve the report that there's no repair needed, that case will be in compliance, and then they can submit for a lien request reduction. But at this moment, the city is very firm in imposing the fines. We have to comply with Broward County.
Yeah, I have to agree with the city's position.
no, but the fact of the matter is, it's been addressed.
Your Honor, there's no
Excuse me.
records, there's no proof that it was
There-
addressed,
there
and
was-
the objection remains.
There's a permit that was pulled for the violation on the property. Once the permit was signed off at the building department level.
Sir, that has nothing to do with the 40 years. A permit has nothing.
The whole 40-year inspection has to
I
do-
don't have any records or anything.
yeah,
When I see the records, I cannot comply the case. At this moment, the property is in violation of the 40-year mandate by Broward County, and the city is requesting the full imposition.
Okay. Yes, sir. If you speak right in the microphone and state your name, please.
My name is Nolan Hahn. I'm the property owner. I got the 40-year inspection. It passed except for one violation, which was disrepair in the back overhang. I went to the city. I got a permit. I had people build it. It was approved. It passed. And I thought that rectified the whole situation. I didn't know I had to resubmit or get it reinspected. I didn't know what the next step was. All I know is I had one violation of the 40-year inspection, which the city should have. I mean, they should have a copy of that. And I thought I was finished with it. I had no idea we were even here today for that problem. I thought we were here for a parking lot issue.
Okay.
Your Honor, the city is not responsible for the violations. It's the owner, is a responsible person by the Florida Building Code and by the city ordinance. The owner is fully responsible to comply with all the violations.
But I thought it was totally complied with. I had no idea
All right. Well,
that
sir,
there was
sir,
a break.
Stop. Once you come into compliance, then we can talk about some extenuating circumstances, some misunderstandings, some whatever excuse you have. But today, I'm going to grant the city's request that the fines are imposed and continue to accrue, subject to being revisited once you come into compliance, right?
Yeah, but he is in compliance. That's the whole thing. He just didn't.
No, he's not in compliance.
We don't
He is
have
not
any
in compliance. You need, so Your Honor, if I could, Rhonda Montoya Hassan with the City Attorney's Office. Again, the property owner has had 4 years to try to figure out what is compliance. And the engineer of record, his engineer of record should know what that compliance is. But just so we're all clear, it has nothing to do with the violation or the closure of the violation, there has to be a final engineering report submitted to the city, signed and sealed, saying that the building is safe for continued occupancy. And that has not been received in 4 years. So the owner needs to go back to the engineer, get a final report from the engineer, signed and sealed and submitted to the city, and then the case will be complied.
Okay, if that report is,
Sir,
I
sir,
just want to ask a question.
sir, you've had years to figure this out.
No, I haven't. I haven't.
Okay, sir, I have made my ruling.
I-
My ruling stands. Your case has been heard, and the clerk is going to call the next case. Now,
Thank you, Your Honor.
No problem. Thank you.
Our next case is at the bottom of page 9. Chief George Oliva, property address 1711 Bayview Drive. One moment, please. I'm sorry, 1711 Bayview Drive, case number CE 1904-2000. Owner, Amir A. Obaidi, I'm sorry, A. Andrew Obaidi, Livable Trust. This case was first heard on 9/10/19 to comply by 10/22/19. One section complied at $50. City is requesting to reduce the fines. Mr. Feldman, are you there? Can you please start your video? And Mr. Obaidi?
no response. Drew Feldman.
Hi, Mr. Feldman, can you please start your video? Hi, good morning. Can you hear me? Yes, I can't hear you though. Can you unmute yourself, please? Oh, okay. It seems like you muted yourself. Can you there you go. Okay, hear him.
Sir, we can't hear you. Please make sure you have your correct mic settings on the lower left corner.
All right, Mr. Feldman, are you here on behalf of the owner?
There's the owner. Mr. Obaidi, can you please unmute yourself?
No.
Good morning, Administrative Law Judge.
Good morning.
Representative from the city.
Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
I do.
Thank you. Go ahead, Chief.
Good morning again, Your Honor. This case, an address has been read to the records, and the city at this moment is requesting the fines of $7,250 to be reduced to an administration cost, since this case came into compliance on August 2021. So at this moment, the city will request the fine to be reduced to $575.
All right. Who's going to speak on behalf of the owner?
Your Honor, I'm going to speak on behalf of myself, if I may.
All right.
I appreciate the city's reduction in the fine. We have zero objection to that reduction, and we have every intention of paying the amount suggested by the city if the court thinks that that's appropriate.
All right. I'm going to follow the city's request and reduce the fine to administrative cost only of $575.
Your Honor, the reason Mr. Feldman is here with me today is because the home is pending sale, and we were hoping that the court could expedite signing an order since closing is scheduled for Monday, and that I could swing by and pick up said order.
This is Thursday. I'm looking at staff.
Ms. Williams?
Monday is kind of pushing it. Can you make it Tuesday?
Well, I could if I had to, but there's a heck of there's probably the biggest windfall of my life, and so I'd like to get the matter. I'd like to get the purchase closed, and I'd like to move on if I can. If I know it's an imposition on the city, but if you could do that for me, I would be very thankful.
Hang on one second. All right. Okay, Mr. Obeidi,
Yes, sir.
you're somehow going to be accorded special treatment, and your order is going to be expedited, and I'm going to
I can't thank you all enough for that courtesy.
City, and hopefully it will be ready tomorrow morning, and I will sign it and see that a copy is emailed to you.
And again, thank you all very, very much.
Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Our next case is a new business case at the bottom of page 2. Chief George Oliva. Property address 119 Rose Drive. Case number BE 2106-0101. Owner 119 Rose Drive LLC. Notice posted at the property on 9/23/21. Posted at City Hall 9/30/21. Ms. Butler, can you please start your video?
Hi, good morning. Pamela Butler for the property owner. Can you all hear me okay?
Yes. Can you please raise your right hand? Oh, we can't hear you.
Hand raised?
Yes.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes. Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
Yes.
Thank you. Go ahead, Chief.
George Oliva on behalf of the city, case and address as read. This is a 40-year case that the report was submitted to the city, but it failed due to repairs required by the engineer. At this moment, the city is going to request an extension of 180 days for the owner to complete the repairs and resubmit a new report with no repairs needed, or $100 per day thereafter.
All right, on behalf of the owner.
On behalf of the owner, we agree. We recently purchased the property. We will be making it an office. Repairs are coming. It's an actual architectural firm, so they're getting the plans together now, and then we will submit for permitting.
All right, very good. So for the record, I find the violation does exist and the relief requested by the city is granted.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Our next case is on page 5.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next case is on page 5. Inspector Alexander Borges. Property address 4250 Galt Ocean Drive. Owner, Galt Towers Condo Association, Inc. Case number BE 2107-0036. This case was first heard on 8/19/21 to comply by 10/21/21. One section not complied at $50. Ordered to reappear.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Alexander Alvarez, Building Inspector for the city, updating you on case and address as read. The property was cited for violation of Section 9-280B, building parts not maintained. There is deterioration to the pool walls, especially to the northeast corner of the pool structure. The respondent is here today to provide an update. At this time, I will let the respondent speak.
All right. I'm not recalling this case, but keep talking. So, sir, if you'll state your name for the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm Todd DiMartino. I'm the property manager of Galt Towers. I'm here with Jason Borden. He is the engineer for the community. Since my last time that we visited you, We went out, we had a bid package done. We went out to bid to three structural concrete companies. We received the bids. We made a decision that to separate the pool bid from the structural issues that were cited on. And we went back out to bid for just the structural wall of that pool area. We also hired a engineer for the pool. Tomorrow we're going to have the engineer engaged, and he's going to design the pool, which we're going to go out to bid as well on. We passed the special assessment last week, 1.4 million to be able to pay for this. First payments are coming in November 1st. So we're expecting 3 bids coming in tomorrow is the deadline. And the board of directors is looking to move really quickly on engaging one of the 3 companies. We like all 3, so it's probably just a matter of cost. And we hope to be out to bid in about 3 weeks. I mean, out to permitting in 3 weeks. So we're asking for a 63-day extension on it, so we can get into permitting and get the project started.
All right, city.
The city has no objection with this request, Your Honor.
Let's do a 35-day extension. All right, that give you plenty of time.
We will definitely be in permitting at that point, and we're going to do an expedited permitting process. Now the pool will not be finished in that time.
Good thing is you're moving along and you're in communication with the compliance officer, so that's good.
I appreciate it, Your Honor.
And a 35-day extension.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Our next case is on page 7. Inspector Leonardo Martinez. Property address 1625 Southeast 10th Ave, 805. Case number BE 2104-0015. Owner, David C. Martin. This case was first heard 7/15/21. To comply by 9/16/21. One section not complied at $50. City is requesting to impose $1,350, which continues to accrue.
Good morning, Your Honor. Inspector Martinez, representing the city. Case and address as read. Until today, no permit application has been submitted to the city that I was able to confirm. But the owner called me yesterday afternoon saying that he submitted the application in the afternoon yesterday. So I'm just gonna let the defendant speak.
Sir, if you'll speak right to the microphone and state your name, please.
My name is David C. Martin.
All right, and tell me what's happening here. Is there an issue? It might be in compliance.
No, he's not in compliance, but yesterday he would like to request another extension since he applied yesterday for the permits, and the city won't object to that.
Tell me what you're doing and how much time you need to get
the permit has been applied for. It was done yesterday. I have a licensed contractor. I was with him at the permit division, and all the paperwork was done. We were told that it would be run through a cycle. It might be available tomorrow on Friday or no later than on Monday. I do have a licensed contractor. We came to an agreement on the terms for the remodeling of the kitchen. I have given him a earnest deposit, and we have signed a contract. So what we just need to do.
Okay, how long is the construction going to take?
I don't know for sure.
Just to be safe, Your Honor, I'm just gonna help him a little bit. We can grant, if you are agreed, 63 days, so he can proceed and.
I'm sorry, repeat that, please.
63 days.
All right, let's grant a 63-day extension. Stay in touch with this gentleman, and communication is key.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And the fines stayed as of this date.
Our next case is on page 13. Inspector Jorge Martinez. Property address 2437 Sugarloaf Lane. Owner, Myron R. and Margie L. Crawford, case number BE 2102-0051. This case was first heard 5/20/21 to comply by 7/1/21. Fine suspended as noted. One section complied at $50. City is requesting fines to be abated.
Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, case number and address as read. This case is in compliance. City is requesting for fines to be abated.
Okay, so the city's requesting, it's in compliance. City's request is no fines.
Correct.
All right, sir, just for the record, if you'll state your name.
Myron Crawford.
Okay, I believe I recall this case, so no fines will be imposed.
I'd like to thank Inspector Martinez and the city of Fort Lauderdale.
Very good, thank you.
Thank you.
Our next case is on page 1. Inspector Leonardo Martinez, property address 115 Northeast 3rd Ave, case number BE 2107-0009, owner HSC Exchange Lofts LLC, in care of Hesta Capital. Notice posted at the property on 9/24/21, posted at City Hall 9/30/21.
Good morning, Your Honor. Inspector Martinez representing the city. Case and address as read. I visited this property on July 2nd of 2021 and met with the property manager, Johanna Rodriguez. I explained to Ms. Rodriguez, based on the complainant's email, the areas that I wanted to visit in the building. We started the inspection in the rooftop and the pool area. The pool was leaking, and I was able to access under the pool deck and observe a very deteriorated support beam with cracks and exposed rebars. I could not evaluate the entire deck because I could not access. There are some pictures that I took under the pool deck pointing to the floor. It is hard to observe the water in the picture, but there was standing water under the pool. At the time of my inspection, water in the basement was observed. I informed Ms. Rodriguez that they need to provide the city with an engineer report evaluating the integrity of the building. This case was opened on July 2nd, 2021. The notice of hearing was posted at the property on June 30 of 2021. The property was cited on the city ordinance 9-280B that states that are building parts which are deteriorated and not maintained. Damage or deteriorated structural elements under the roof level pool due to water leaking, standing water and spilled concrete, and deterioration in pipes, conduit hanger, and the crawl space. Okay, the current start of the case. On July, we received a letter from the engineer stating that he did not find any imminent life safety concerns in the building. On August 20, a permit was applied for emergency pool deck concrete repair. The permit was issued on August 23rd. That was a permit for the pool. On September 13, we received a field report sent by the architect, Donald Atkinson, where he states that he couldn't access the crawl space because of standing water, and it was not considered safe for a comprehensive inspection. In October 7, 2021, we received a letter from the architect referring to repairs that must be done to the crawl space, that the building, and stating that the building is safe for continual occupancy and current use during the course of the anticipated repairs. He also stated there is no basis for any expectation or concern of immediate structural collapse or imminent life safety issues. We're asking your honor to find that the violation exists and to grant the property owner 120 days to obtain the required permits to do all the required repairs needed in the crawl space, or a fine of $100 for violation per day thereafter.
Right, okay, who's going to speak on behalf of the owner? Okay, if you'll speak right into the microphone and state your name, please.
Rob Lasky, Your Honor. We are in agreement with the city. As he said, we provided a letter stating the structural integrity of the building is intact. We have pulled the permit and completed the structural repairs on the pool. Now we are in process of repairing the waterproofing. The crawl space has been dried out. The sump pumps are on their way. They should be installed within the next 10 days. We will be getting the permit ASAP, and we're moving forward with repairs as quick as possible. If anything changes with respect to structural integrity, we will notify the city's office immediately.
All right, very good. Looks like you got a project on your hands there. This building's not that old.
No, it isn't, Your Honor.
Okay, so just for the record, I found the violation does exist. 120 days to comply, $100 per day thereafter.
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Our next case is on page 8. Property address 3250 Glendale Boulevard. Inspector Hector Suarez. Case number CE 200-50554. Owner Marvin Jones. The city is requesting to vacate orders from 6/17/21 and 7/15/21. This case was first heard 12/8/20 to comply by 1/26/21. Fine suspended as noted. One section complied at $50. Fines imposed at the 6/17/21 hearing. The city is requesting to vacate those orders from 6/17/21 and 7/15/21 and reduce fines to $1,136.
Good morning, Your Honor. Inspector Suarez presenting case CE 200-50554, 3250 Glendale Boulevard. This case is in compliance as of September 13, 2021. Building permit for the fence BLD-FEN-200800064 was issued on September 13, 2021. The city is requesting an admin cost and to vacate two previous orders.
All right, sir, if you'll speak right into the microphone and state your name, please.
Yes, I'm Marvin Jones, 3250 Glendale
Okay, I
Boulevard.
assume you agree with what this gentleman
Yes.
said?
Yes, and I also want to thank the city for being patient, especially Inspector Suarez. He's a trooper.
The orders of June 17th, 2021 and July 15th, 2021 are vacated and fines are reduced to $1,136.
That's agreeable.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Mr. Jones.
All right.
Our next case is at the top of page 7. Inspector Leonardo Martinez. Property address 929 Orange Isle. Case number CE 200-90625. Owner Jorge and Barbara Ann Eggs. Note, this case was cited on 9/17/20 to comply by 10/17/20. Fine suspended as noted. One section not complied at $250. City is requesting to impose the full amount of $58,250. Appeal deadline was 10/2/20. No appeal received.
Inspector Martinez, representing the city. Case and address as read. Your Honor, the owner on this property, he been able to get some building permits issued. As today, he is missing one of the permits, which is working on it. He been in touch with me at all time. He's working with an engineer that he's putting the drawings together because the permit that is missing is he replaced some exterior T111 on the roof covering, on the wall coverings, and pretty much, I mean, he been doing everything to comply with the case. So I'm gonna allow him to speak, and so go ahead, sir.
Yes, if
Yes,
you'll
Your Honor.
State your name for the record, please.
My name is George Igues. I'm the property owner.
All right, and how far are you from completion?
It's taken a very long time to get the drawings because the contractor would not respond to the architect's request to confirm how the exterior wall was affixed. We had started this process in August. He did not fully respond to us until the beginning of October. And then at that time, the engineer was able to modify the drawings, and I was able to pick them up last week. This has been a very humbling experience. And
Your Honor, in order to help him, the cities agreed to give him a little extension so he can complete the process.
Agreed to an extension.
Yeah, we can go for 63 days. I think that he's gonna be able to obtain the last permit that he needs.
Okay, I'm sorry. How many days?
63.
63. Okay. I'm going to grant a 63-day extension and stay the fines as of this date.
Yeah. Your Honor, I've owned this property for over 25 years. Never had this kind of situation in the past.
Okay. Oh, I appreciate that. That's fine. And once you come into compliance,
Yeah.
we can talk about any extenuating circumstances or whatever.
I just think it's important for an educational process for people who, hire these contractors who think you think they're going to do everything for you, and then they walk away and do nothing. And maybe I can learn who I could talk to at the city, but I'd be more than happy to help in sharing my story with others because this has been unbelievable.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah,
Thank
Your
you,
Honor.
George.
Take care.
Our next case is on page 2. Inspector Leonardo Martinez, property address 1016 Northeast 13th Ave. Case number BE 21070031. Owner, Medici Properties LLC. Notice posted at the property on 9/14/21. Posted at City Hall 9/30/21.
Inspector Martinez, case and address, representing the city, case and address as read. Your Honor, I visited this property and met with the owner, David, who showed me 2 out of the 3 existing units in the building. One of the key of unit number 2 did not work, so we couldn't access. In unit number 1, I observed a new bathroom sink pedestal and a new toilet. The kitchen was remodeled with new electric outlets and ceiling hi-hats. The electric panel was new, as well as the AC split unit. Unit number 3 did not have a kitchen. There is a new sink in the bedroom area and a new AC split. I observed that there was no access doors in between the units. The entire building has new windows, and there was a new AC split units also in unit number 2. I explained to the owner that in the city, the property was registered as a duplex. The property was cited for work without permit on the FBC 2020, section 105.1. This case was opened on July 8th of 2021. Inspection report was mailed out to the property owner on July 8th of 2021. Final notice was mailed to the property owner on August 16th of 2021, and the notice of hearing was posted at the property on September 14th of 2021. No permit application has been submitted to the city. David, the owner, have been in contact with me. He's trying to hire a contractor. Apparently, it seems like he has a contractor. And we are asking your owner to find that the violation exists and to grant the property owner 91 days to come into compliance, or a fine of $50 per violation per day thereafter.
All right, sir. If you'll speak right into the microphone and state your name, please.
David Medici.
All right, and you understand what the gentleman said?
Yes.
Any disagreement?
Oh, I agree. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, okay. For the record, I found the violation exists. 91 days to comply, $50 per day thereafter.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Our next case is on page 3. One second. Our next case is on page 3, Chief George Oliva, property address 1500 West Cypress Creek Road, owner Cypress Air Park LLC, case number BE 21060090. Notice posted at the property 9/14/21, posted at City Hall 9/30/21. Hi, Mr. Ruiz. Can you please raise your right hand?
Yes. Can you see it?
Yes. Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
Yes, I do swear.
Thank you. Go ahead, please.
All right, Mr. Oliva.
George Oliva, on behalf of the city, case and address as read. This is a 40-year case that needs to be in compliance. At this moment, they haven't submitted the report to the city, so the city is going to request a 42-day extension for the owner to comply with the mandate and submit the 40-year report to the city, or a fine of $100 per day thereafter.
Right? Okay, on behalf of the owner,
Yes, I'll be speaking on behalf of the owner.
anything you'd like to add?
No, we're okay with that 42-day extension. We actually already have our engineer. He's visited the property on 2 occasions. He's already drafting the report. The only thing I would ask, I don't know if it makes a difference, not really familiar with that, but I don't know, do the fines begin right after the 42 days, or will we have to come back and say we're in compliance in another hearing? My only concern is if they do find something that we have to address, I want to be able to go ahead and take care of it without being out of compliance still. So far, they haven't found anything. Like everything is pretty good.
Your Honor, once I get the report on my hand, if repairs are required by the engineer, we will provide another extension to the owner.
Okay. We have no concerns. We're okay with that. We should be in compliance before then.
Okay, I'm good. I'm going to find the violation does exist and the request of the city is granted.
Thank you so much.
Our next case is on page 12. Inspector Jorge Martinez. Property address 1051 Southwest 32nd Court. Case number CE 1809-2111. Owner Southwest 32nd Court LLC in care of Corporate Creations Network Inc. This case was first heard on 7/11/19 to comply by 8/15/19. One section not complied at $50. City is requested to reduce fines.
Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, case number and address as read. This case is in compliance. City is requesting for fines to be reduced to $1,500.
All right, sir, if you'll speak right in the microphone and state your name, please.
Mike Miller.
All right, sir, I assume you heard what he said and have no disagreement.
I agree with him, Your Honor.
All right, okay, I'm going to reduce the fine to $1,500.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next case is on page 2. Inspector Leonardo Martinez. Property address 6265 Bay Club Drive. Owner Bay Colony Club Condo Inc. Case number BE 21090253. Notice delivered by personal service 9/29/21. Posted at City Hall 9/30/21.
Inspector Martinez, representing the city. Case and address as read. Your Honor, Inspector Nash and myself visited this building. I met with the owner, Mr. Pirro, who allowed me entrance into his unit. Mr. Pirro was remodeling his unit, and he obtained all the required permits from the city. Upon our arrival, he showed us a crack on the wall located on the exterior of his patio. He informed us that he tried to talk to the association, and they told him that this was created by him removing the sliding door. The association is responsible on this building for the exterior walls, and there is a large crack on the exterior wall of the building 6509 Bay Club Drive, unit number 2. The association was cited on the FBC 2020 section 116.1.1 and section 116.2.1.2.2, both sections referring to unsafe structures. Unsafe building or structure should be demolished and removed from the premises or made them safe. The association also was cited on the city ordinance 9-260A. And the correction is repair the damaged wall or disallow or any human habitation from this building. This case was opened on January 29 of 2021. Notice of hearing was handled to the association same day due to the emergency of the violation. When we visited the property to deliver the notice of hearing, we went to unit number 2 on building 6509 and met with the camp manager, Denise DeMartini, who was there with an engineer. evaluating the large crack on the exterior wall. At the time of the delivery of the notice of a hearing, we informed the manager that we would like to receive an engineer report within the next 7 days. Also, we informed that at the hearing, we will request that in the next 30 days after the hearing, they apply for the permit, and 90 days after obtaining the permit to correct the violation. As today, Your Honor, we haven't received no report. I received a call from the manager, Denise, last week, stating that they supposed to obtain the report on a few days. We are asking Your Honor to find that the violation exists and to grant the property owner 90 days to come into compliance or fines of $50 per violation per day thereafter.
Okay. All right, ma'am, if you'll speak right to the microphone and state your name, please.
Yes, Michelle Norris.
And anything you want to add to what he said?
Yes, I have the inspection letter from the engineer, and I also have a quote for correction from a contractor, which we intend to execute.
All right, so you're moving along on correcting the
Yes.
problem.
Yes.
Okay, so for the record, though, I'm going to find that the violation does exist. You have 90 days to comply, $50 per day.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Our next case is on page 2. Inspector Leonardo Martinez, property address 1630 North Dixie Highway, owner IC Holdings LLC, case number BE 2106-0143. Notice posted at the property on 9/10/21, posted at City Hall 9/30/21.
Inspector Martinez, Your Honor. Tasha, is this 1630?
Yes.
Okay. Inspector Martinez representing the city, case and others as read. I visited this property because of a complaint of work without permit. At the time of my inspection, nobody was at the building. Knocking on the doors, trying to make contact with the tenants, I observed in unit number 5 an AC split unit, including the electrical. A new AC split unit, including the electrical. A few days after, I received a call from Jared, who identified himself as a manager. He informed me that he is preparing the paperwork to apply for the mechanical and electrical permits. The property was cited for work without permit on the FBC 2020, Section 105.1. This case was opened on July 7th, 2021. Inspection report was mailed to the property owner on July 8th of 2021. The final notice was mailed to the property owner on August 4th of 2021. Notice of hearing was posted at the property on September 10th of 2021. No permit application has been submitted to the city in order to correct this violation. We're asking your honor to find that the violation exists and to grant the property owner 63 days to come into compliance or fine of $50 per violation per day thereafter.
I'm sorry, how many days to come into compliance?
63 days.
63, 50, okay. All right, sir, if you'll speak right to the microphone and state your name.
Sure. Good morning, Brian Gottlieb on behalf of the owner, IC Holdings LLC. We did apply for the permit yesterday. Spoke with Mr. Martinez, Inspector Martinez as well, and we're good with the 63-day extension.
Sounds like within 3 days you ought to be able to get this taken care of. For the record, I found the violation does exist. 63 days to comply, $50 per day thereafter.
Perfect.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Our next case is on page 7. Inspector Leonardo Martinez. Wait, no, that's not page 7. Sorry. 2537 Tortugas Lane.
It's page 5.
Thank you, Rhonda.
Welcome.
Page 5 at the bottom. Inspector Leonardo Martinez, property address 2537 Tortugas Lane, case number BE 210-20073, owner Linda L. and Raymond Piccolo, Piccolo Family Revocable Trust, and all others. This case was first heard on 8/19/21 to comply by 10/14/21. It's a request for an extension.
Inspector Martinez, case and others as read. Your Honor, the owner yesterday was able to obtain the environmental permit that was required from Broward County in order for her to apply for the city permits. So she contacted me yesterday, and Your Honor, the city will be agreed to extend it 63 days so she can work and obtain her permits.
Just state your name for the record, please.
Linda Piccolo.
Okay, is a 63-day extension satisfactory?
Yes, I appreciate it. Thank you.
63-day extension is granted.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah.
One moment, please. Hi, Ms. Pleffner. Can you tell me what case you're here for today?
Hi, good morning. I'm actually here for case CE 15091014 for 225 South Fort Lauderdale Beach Boulevard.
Okay. Okay, we'll be calling that case shortly. Can you please, we did not get a picture of a copy of your ID. Can you email your driver's license to me, please?
Absolutely, I did upload it. I'm in the process of name change right now, so that is you may see the difference. It was Lauren Ramos, so the clerk just approved name change and now going through Social Security and driver's license. So that's maybe a difference.
Okay. Can you send it to TAWilliams@fortlauderdale.gov, please?
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
My pleasure.
Our next case is on page 10. Inspector Jose Saragusti, property address 520 Southeast 5th Ave. Owner, Los Olas by the River Condo Association, Inc. Case number BE 2105-0009. This case was first heard on 5/20/21 to comply by 7/22/21. Fine suspended as noted. One section not complied at $100. City is requesting to impose a full amount of $4,700, which continues to accrue.
Good morning, Inspector Jose Saragusti from the city, presenting the case number as read. The case is not complying. I want to the defendant to speak.
I'm sorry, this is not.
It's not complying. The city is requesting the stop the fines and 35-day extension.
All right, sir, if you'll speak right into the microphone and state your name, please.
Yes, hi, my name's Ralph Skrek. I'm the manager there. The project is not completed, but it is flowing along nicely. We were just hired as the new management company about 2.5 months ago, and right away we started dealing with this. I came before the magistrate 45 days ago. We're trying to get it done. The contractor's working on it. The engineer is aware of it, and I'm kind of surprised that they want to impose the fines. I have pictures here showing the project is moving along. The pictures I have are actually
one balcony on one unit.
Yeah, it's actually the balcony was. These are from October, right about October 1st. On the balcony is now painted. There's some minor work to be done, and then there's an additional repair we're making on the other side of the building. That's why all the scaffolding's up.
Yes, but
That was,
Sir, the inspector asked for an extension.
yes, because we need the permit
Right.
with inspection complete, and it's not any inspection in the permit done.
Correct. No, I'm just letting the property owner know because he said he was surprised that we're asking to impose the fines and we're not. We're asking for an extension.
Yep.
oh, I apologize. I misunderstood.
But again, you need to have the permit with inspection closed.
The project is not 100% done. That's why the permit's probably not closed. That portion of the work is done. We actually have some additional work on the other side of the building that is being worked on. That whole area right there has subsequently been painted and looks like brand new.
All right, so how many days?
35 days.
I was hoping it would be done by now. Another 45 days would be great. yeah, we're at the mercy of the contractors who I guess are having a little bit of labor shortage problems also.
I'm gonna grant a 49-day extension.
Another, okay.
Get this taken care of within 49 days.
And just for the record, again, I said it at my last meeting, and I'd like to say again, Fort Lauderdale employees have been great through the whole process. We can agree to disagree on some things, but they're very attentive and everything like that, and they should be commended.
Thank you.
Thank
That's
you.
it. See you in 45 days.
Okay. Our next case is on page 11, property address 2340 Northwest 15th Court. Inspector Jose Saragusti. Owner J.D. Bradley Jr. and Alice. Case number BE 2006-0249. This case was first heard on 6/17/21 to comply by 7/29/21. One section not complied at $50. City is requesting to impose the full amount of $3,800, which continues to accrue.
Good morning, Inspector Jose Saragusti. For the city, presenting the case number as read, the case is not in compliance. The city is requesting the fines to be imposed. I will let the defendant to speak.
All right, ma'am, if you'll speak into the microphone and state your name, please.
Good morning, Erica Hardy for J.D. Bradley and Alice Bradley.
Tell me what's happening here.
I've been-
Again, you got to get near the microphone.
I'm sorry, I recently got over COVID, so I can't.
Okay,
I'm trying.
go ahead.
But yes, because of us being sick, it was a delay in financial. So we're moving forward now where we can go and obtain a permit so that we can get to compliance.
Okay, ma'am, I'm having a hard on.
I said because I was sick and one of the owners was sick. One of the owners is deceased. The other owner, Alice Bradley, she suffered with COVID and I suffered with COVID. So excuse how I sound because that's from the illness. We're trying now to go and get the permits because of a financial reason. We couldn't get the permits because I was out of work. So now I'm back at work and I can go and obtain the permits to bring the property into compliance.
I didn't have any contact with the owner. I would like to have
We called like 6 times and left messages, but nobody returned the call.
I didn't receive your message. It's the first contact that I have with you.
Right.
Can you give me your information, please?
Yes, I can. I can leave it with you now.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so
We can.
be agreeable to an extension?
Yes, 35 days extension.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to grant a 35-day extension to stay the fines as of this date. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
In the morning. Afternoon. Yeah.
Hi, Ms. Pleffner. Can you start your video, please?
I do believe it doesn't give me an option. Oh, here we go. Just popped up. Thank you.
Okay, our next case is on page 6. Property address 225 South Fort Lauderdale Beach Boulevard. Owner L&A Beach Holdings LLC. Case number CE 15091014. Inspector Alejandro Del Rio, Inspector Jorge Martinez presenting on his behalf. This case was first heard on 7/19/18 to comply by 9/20/18. Fine suspended as noted. One section complied at $50. City is requesting to reduce fines to $1,250. Ms. Pleffner, can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings?
I do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, case number and address as read. This case is going in compliance. City is requesting for fines to be reduced to $1,250.
All right. Ma'am, if you'll state your name for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Lauren Pleffner representing the property owner with. Actually, I want to thank the inspector for this and Chief Oliva. We do appreciate the fines being reduced.
All right, so I assume you're agreeable to the city's recommended reduction.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, I'm going to reduce the fines to $1,250.
Thank you, Your Honor. We appreciate it.
Have a great day.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Your Honor, this concludes all our respondents. We're going to go back to page 1 at the top. Inspector Jorge Martinez, property address 804 Southeast 19th Street, case number BE 2106-0083. Owner Douglas G. Mayberry Livable Trust, Douglas G. Mayberry Trustee. Notice posted at the property on 8/30/21, posted at City Hall 9/30/21.
Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, presenting case as read. 105.1, this building has been illegally altered and construction work illegally performed without obtaining the required permits in the following manner, but not limited to: a new fence. I reviewed the case on 10/12/2021, at which time I verified the violation remains. The city will request 42 days to comply or a fine of $50 a day thereafter.
I find the violation does exist, 42 days to comply, $50 per day thereafter.
Our next case is on page 1, property address 814 Southeast 2nd Ave. Owner Thomas A. Wilson, case number BE 2104-0082. Notice posted at the property 9/17/21, posted at City Hall 9/30/21.
Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, presenting case as read. 105.1, this building has been illegally altered and construction work illegally performed without obtaining the required permits in the following manner, but not limited to: new wood fence. I reviewed the case on 10/12/2021, at which time I verified the violation remains. City will request 42 days to comply or a fine of $50 a day thereafter.
I find the violation does exist, 42 days to comply, $50 per day thereafter.
Page 3, Chief George Oliva, property address 929 Northwest 62nd Street, case number BE 2106-0089. Owner McDonald's Corp. 0090246, in care of Upchurch, Gail Wald. Notice posted at the property 9/27/21, posted at City Hall 9/30/21.
George Oliva, on behalf of the city. Your Honor, this case is in compliance and is closed.
It's complied.
And closed. They submit the report to the city and we approve it.
Page 3 at the bottom, property address 1826 North Dixie Highway. Owner South River Manor Condo Association, Inc. Case number BE 2107-0304. Notice posted at the property 8/28/21, posted at City Hall 9/30/21.
George Oliva, on behalf of the city, case and address as read. This is a 40-year case, and the city is requesting for the owner to submit the report in the next 42 days or $100 per day thereafter.
All right, I find the violation does exist. The relief requested by the city is granted.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Page 4 at the top, property address 5401 Northeast 14th Ave. Case number BE 2107-0157. Owner Michael Edgerton, Inc. Notice posted at the property on 9/8/21, posted at City Hall 9/30/21.
George Oliva for the city. This is a 40-year case too, and the report was submitted to us, but it fell on September 20, 2021, and we're requesting a 180-day extension for the repairs to be completed and $100 per day thereafter.
I find the violation does exist and the relief requested by the city is granted.
At the bottom of page 4, property address 6710 Northwest 15th Way. Case number BE 2106-0092. Owner Land & Sea Petroleum Holdings, Inc. Notice posted at the property 9/27/21, posted at City Hall 9/30/21.
George Oliva on behalf of the city, case and address as read. This is a 40-year case, and the city is requesting for the owners to submit the report in the next 42 days. An extension, when the extension is over, we're requesting $100 per day fine and to continue to accrue.
All right, I find the violation does exist. Relief requested by the city is granted.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Moving on to page 6. Page 6 at the bottom. Property address 2501 Del Lago Drive. Owner Project 2501 Del Lago LLC. Case number BE 200-60274. Inspector Alejandro Del Rio. Inspector Jorge Martinez presenting on his behalf. This case was first heard on 11/10/20 to comply by 12/22/20. Fines suspended as noted. One section complied at $50. City's requesting to reduce fines to $225.
Inspector Martinez in behalf of the city. This case is complied, and the city is requesting for fines to be reduced to $225.
Okay, city's request is granted. Fines are reduced to $225.
Moving on to page 8, Inspector Hector Suarez, property address 1117 Northeast 18th Court, owner 1117 Investments LLC, case number BE 21030056. This case was cited on 3/16/21 to comply by 3/17/21. One section complied at $150. City is requesting to impose the full amount of $900. Appeal deadline 3/31/21. No appeal received. Your Honor, that's. Oh, I was saying the inspectors are not coming up. You could go ahead and.
No. So he's not going to make a presentation. So.
No presentation by the inspectors.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the city's request is granted. Fines are imposed at $900.
Okay, thank you. Did we listen to 3029 Alhambra? Oh, okay. Property address 3029 Alhambra Street, case number BE 21090054. Owner KW Alhambra Property LP. This case was cited on 9/9/21 to comply by 9/9/21. One section complied at $500. City is requesting to impose the full amount of $500. Appeal deadline 9/24/21. No appeal received.
The city's request is granted. Fines of $500 are imposed.
Page 10 at the top, Chief George Oliva, property address 3850 Gulf Ocean Drive, owner Regency Tower Association, Inc., case number BE 200-40332. This case was first heard 2/18/21 to comply by 4/1/21. One section complied at $100. Total fines $15,900. City is requesting to reduce fines to administrative costs of $1,275.
The fines, the city's request is granted, and fines are reduced to $1,275.
Property address 15 Southwest 7th Street, case number BE 21010032. Owner Gunter LLC. This case was first heard on 7/15/21 to comply by 8/26/21. One section not complied at $50. City's requesting to impose the full amount of $2,400, which continues to accrue.
Jose Saragusti, building inspector for the city, presented case number as read. The case is not in compliance. The city is requesting to stop the fines and 35 days extension.
All right, the city's request is granted.
Sorry?
Our next case is page 10, property address 131 Southwest 31st Ave, owner Janice Canella, case number BE 20040087. City is requesting to vacate the orders from 6/17/21 and 9/16/21.
The case is not compliance. and the permit is remain expired.
Okay, the city's request to vacate the order of June 17th, 2021, and the order of 16th, 2021 are granted.
So are there, I'm sorry, Jose, you're saying the case is not in compliance?
It's not compliance.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
You
Okay,
need to vacate the order. Yeah.
okay, thank you. Page 11 at the top, property address 1533 Northeast 16th Ave. Owner, Kenneth J. Stevenson, case number BE 200-60028. This case was first heard 7/15/21 to comply by 8/26/21. One section not complied at $50. City is requesting to impose the full amount of $2,400, which continues to accrue.
Jose Saragusti, building inspector from the city, presenting the case number as read. The case is not in compliance. The city is requesting to stop the fines and 35-day extension.
I'm sorry, the city's request is
35 days and stop the fines.
okay. All right, I'm going to grant a 35-day extension and stay the fines as of this date.
Okay. Property address 6815 Northwest 28th Ave. Wait, I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry. Property address 2201 Northeast 19th Street. Owner, Full Gospel Church of Living God, Inc. Case number BE 200-60248. This case was first heard on 6/17/21 to comply by 7/29/21. One section not complied at $50. City is requesting to impose the full amount of $3,800, which continues to accrue.
Jose Saragusti, building inspector for the city, presenting case number as read. The case is not in compliance. The city is requesting to stop the fines and 35-day extension.
Okay. All right, I'm going to grant a 35-day extension, stay the fines as of this date.
Property address 6815 Northwest 28th Ave. Owner, Fred J. Harper Jr., Fred J. Harper Jr., Revocable Livable Trust. Case number BE 201-00003. This case was first heard 2/18/21 to comply by 4/15/21. Fine suspended as noted. One section not complied at $50. City is requesting to impose the full amount of $6,900, which continues to accrue.
Jose Saragusti, building inspector for the city, presenting case number as read. The case is not compliant. The city is requesting to stop the fines and 35-day extension.
35?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to grant a 35-day extension and stay the fines as of this date.
Thank you.
Our next case is on page 12, property address 1480 Southwest 9th Ave. Owner, Sunshine Cathedral Foundation, Inc. Case number BE 200-60006. This case was first heard on 7/15/21 to comply by 8/26/21. One section not complied at $50. City is requesting to impose the full amount of $2,400, which continues to accrue.
Okay, the city's request is granted.
At the bottom of page 12, property address 2124 Northeast 63rd Street. Case number CE 200-50377. Owner, Maximilian B. Aceta, and Jacqueline S. Aceta. This case was first heard on 2/18/21 to comply by 5/20/21. Fine suspended as noted. One section not complied at $50. City is requesting to impose the full amount of $5,500, which continues to accrue.
The city's request is granted. Fines are imposed and continue to accrue.
Moving over to page 13, property address 2665 Middle River Drive. Owner, Park Ridge Apartments Condo Association, Inc. Case number CE 201-00695. This case was first heard 8/19/21 to comply by 9/23/21. One section not complied at $50. City is requesting a 91-day extension.
city's request for a 91-day extension is granted, and the fines are stayed as of this date.
Thank you. Bottom of page 13, property address 3050 Northwest 17th Street, case number CE 200-71326, owner Whole One LLC. This case was first heard 7/15/21 to comply by 8/26/21. One section not complied at $50. City is requesting to impose the full amount of $2,400, which continues to accrue.
The city's request is granted.
Thank you. At this time, Your Honor, we would like to have all of the cases that are listed on page 14 into the record as closed.
Granted.
Thank you. This concludes our October 14th, 2021 special magistrate hearing for the Building Division.
Have a great day, everyone.
You too, Rhonda. Thank you.